Yes, sir. How's everybody doing? I'm honored to be here. Appreciate the opportunity, Coach. So tonight I'll be talking to everyone about Cover One Invert. Cover One Invert is something that I learned from the great Nick Saban, and it was instrumental in the success that we were able to have this past season down in Maryland at Benjamin Franklin High School defensively. So let's jump right into it. So pretty much I just left the front aspect out of it just from a teaching aspect, and I pretty much coaches, you can just pretty much compare it to what you do, and if it works for you, then be my guest and implement it the best way you can, the best way you know how. But with that being said, let's jump right into it. So tonight I will talk to everyone about Cover One Invert, pretty much versus 10 personnel. So here we have 10 personnel, and I'll go over alignments first. One of the first things that you will notice is I have two high safeties. Both of them are free safeties, pretty much. I call one a free safety and one a star. And I have two strong safeties in the apexes, strong safety and a rover. And I pretty much have two inside linebackers, and I have two cornerbacks. So pretty much off of alignment, let's start with the strong safeties. If you notice, they're pretty much a press man and outside leverage. It's something I learned from Nick Saban, pretty much. I'll draw it up in 1 second, but just like it's Cover One Invert, so everybody knows it's Cover One. One of the safeties will be pretty much in a single high position, and with the strong safeties playing outside leverage, it puts them in a position where the middle field safety will be able to help them. And then I'll go over with the linebackers. From Nick Saban was the rip Liz concept. So based off the running strength, it could be rip or Liz. In our defense, we have instances where the invert, the invert, and the rip or Liz will be based off the running back strength. So the strength of the formation. So the running backs on the right, then sometimes we can invert to that side. The running backs on the left. Other times we can invert to that side as well. So with that being said, if this was a Liz call, pretty much the strength was the same side as the running back, that would just let us know. Let's start here. Free safety here off the quarterback's cadence. So the moment the quarterback lines up, as soon as we hear his voice, pretty much right off his cadence, will come out of our alignment. So the free safety will come here. The star, the free safety will invert down to about 7 yards outside leverage on this guy here. And then that puts the strong safety in a position where he creep down, and he will be hot off the edge blitzing. Of course, it's Cover One Invert. Everybody knows that's man. So the free safety will be dropping here, and this is one of my favorite parts of it. The linebacker play is pretty much determined off of what this running back does. So if the running back swings out here, the strong safety here doesn't worry about him. He continues on his job to go disrupt the play, pretty much. And the responsibility of this running back belong to the two inside linebackers in here. So if the running back swung out this way, then the Mike would cover him, and then Jack would drop the short middle. He'd be a short middle guy, and also a QB spy. And for whatever reason, running back went the other way, Jack would cover him, then the Mike would drop to the middle and be the short zone guy, and also a QB spy. So that's the way we like to play it, and it's done a lot of great things for us. I'll draw it up. I'll draw it up going in the other direction as well. So let's say it was a situation where we were sending pretty much the invert to the opposite of the strength. So pretty much most of you offensive guys know out of this formation, if you try to run the ball, pretty much you would hand it across his face and let the running back pretty much do his thing based off the play calling. how well the O-line is blocking. So with that being said, we have our instances where we will blitz, invert pretty much a blitz opposite of the running back strength. So it would be, this was a rip call pretty much. It would be this here. Off the QB's cadence, he would come here, free would come down, about 7. Rover would creep down, and as the play started, he's hot, make the play. Free safety, cover this guy. He's here, we're here, drop it. He's here covering outside leverage. He's here. And these two guys, the Mike and the Jack, are responsible for this running back pretty much and this quarterback. So same thing. The Mike, if the running back swings out here, Mike will cover him. Jack will drop the short middle zone pretty much and also be a QB spy. And if running back swing the other way, the Rover would not have to worry about him. The Rover keep on going to make the play. Jack would cover him. The Mike would drop short middle and also be a QB spot. So we're pretty much, I love this because we're pretty much forced them to be in a double team situation. Before I get into the next alignment, I'll go over a couple things just based off of the alignment of the strong safeties. It takes away certain things, and even if it doesn't take it away, it makes it very difficult for these slot receivers to do certain things. The way I teach it and the way Nick Saban teaches it, the way I learned it, pretty much is we're making it hard for the slot guy to run outside breaking routes. So for him to run the outside breaking route, it's going to be a lot of contact. For him to run a corner route, it's going to be a lot of contact. And then whatever free safety's over the top, he's still going to read the QB's eyes pretty much. He's going to be attacking that corner as well. So you're pretty much going to have the strong safety kind of underneath his squeezing into the free safety over the top, even if they wanted to throw a corner out. To be honest, we didn't see a lot of corner routes last year. We didn't really see a lot of out routes from the slots, to be honest. Even when they were able to complete a few out routes, it wasn't anything major. It was like a few yards, and we would instantly wrap them up for the tackle. To continue this further, the corners pretty much, it depends on how great your corners are, to be honest. The way I like to teach it is, let's say if the corner is a very good corner, if he's above average to the good, excellent, as far as press man, then you can let him press. Of course, you don't really have to worry about him getting beat if you allow him to press if he's a good press man corner. But if the corner is average to below average, then you definitely want those guys to play off man leverage, pretty much taking away the inside. Based on, well, I'll get to that in a second. You pretty much want them playing off man. You pretty much want them playing off man coverage. And the way I teach it is, you want them playing off man coverage just in case. I'm not even going to say just in case. You want them playing off man coverage for when they get beat, and then single high free safety can save their life, so to speak. So the way I train my free safeties is to be extremely rangy. If a kid isn't extremely rangy, can't play either one of these free safety positions for me. So with that being said, if the corner gets double moved, the free safety has enough time to react to it and be able to intercept it, break on the play, break it up. And at least if you catch it, it'll be able to at least get a good lick on it. But if that corner gets beat in press man coverage, the free safety is not going to have enough time to get over there to save his life. So just off of those aspects and the way I like to think about it and the way I like to teach it, that's pretty much how I like to go about it. Let's continue on to, we can stay here, but let's go to tight splits. So let's go to tight splits. So with that being said, pretty much the same rules apply all the way around, except for with the corners, of course. So I'll draw this up pretty much if it was Liz, then I'll get to the cornerback play. So if it was Liz, of course, the QB's cadence, the free will come over. So we invert down. Strong safety with Creed. He starts, he's hot. Outside contain, outside force player. He's going to cover here. He's going to cover here. And depending on what the running back does, pretty much the same thing we talked about. But the difference here is with the cornerback play, it's pretty much outside alignment. It's outside alignment, outside leverage, because pretty much just based off the distance of how far they are from the free safety and the linebacker. So let's say he's here, he's here. So based off the distance that the receivers are from the linebacker, that's going to be in the short middle zone, the right defender pretty much, and the distance from the free safety, that's what the single high free safety is pretty much. It's a closer distance. He would play outside leverage to help him. So he would still play aggressive, but he would, I don't want to say slow play it, but he would attack it. He would attack his hips and his upfield shoulder at an angle where the quarterback would have to throw it, where he either throws it behind him and the defender will be able to make the play on the ball, or he would have to beat him a little bit. And the short middle zone linebacker or the free safety or the top will be there to pretty much make the play in all situations on every type of inside breaking route. If he runs an outside breaking route, then we're going to collision him, of course. We're going to create an accidental collision, of course, and then we're going to be great and take the ball pretty much. And if he makes the tackle, if he makes the catch, then we need to make the tackle pretty much and just limit yards after catch. It's the best way that we can. And of course, the same way for the Mike and the Jack, the running back swings the other way. Let's jump into trips. All right, let's jump right into trips. So with trips, pretty much, invert for us, the invert changes. So necessarily, it's not about what side the back is on. The strength, the trip side is going to be the strengths for us. That's going to be the side that we invert to in this situation. So of course, trips right for the defense. For us, it would be legs. So with that being said, we would start here pre-snap. Once the QB, we switch out. Once the quarterback starts his cadence, pre-safety will work his way over. Start with invert down. So about 7 on number 3. That will be his man. Recover outside leverage. Here. And on this backside, we come high. The same rules apply for the mic and the jet. The same rules apply for the mic and the jack, depending on what the running back and the quarterback does pretty much. So the running back swings here. Mike got him. Jack. Short zone, QB spot. And the same thing if it was vice versa. The Rover would not worry about this running back swinging out. He can stay high and make this play. Jack will cover that guy. Mike will drop. Show up in the zone. And I'll draw this up going in the opposite direction. Pretty much the same rules apply. If you didn't notice, outside leverage, of course, we like to funnel everything to the middle so we can be great. Number 1, invert. You want to teach those guys, those slot defenders especially, to undercut. Pretty much, if they undercut it and get a hand on that pass, then one of those linebackers or one of those free safeties are going to be able to grab that interception. That's what you want. You want as many turnover opportunities as possible. All right, draw this up to the other side. All right, same thing if it was the other way, guys. So if it was trips left, it would be rip. For the defense, it would be rip for us. The rip situation, of course, we'll start here on the QB's cadence. Star will come over. Three will come down. As the play starts, he's covering, using outside leverage, using inside leverage, inside leverage. Sorry about that. Jones it out here. And with the Mikey Jack, it depends on what the running back does. So if the running back swings out, of course, the Mike will cover him. Jack drop. So this is a beautiful thing because it was a lot of instances last season where we were playing against athletic quarterbacks, mobile quarterbacks. So when they got in a situation like this, they like to take off. And it was a beautiful thing because we always had a linebacker pretty much as a QB spot in a situation. So he was able to pretty much match this guy. And of course, with the other things we were able to do up front, we were able to do a lot of other things up front, being creative and innovative because of the way we were able to play this on the back end. So, of course, same thing if it was the other way around. He's here. Jack will cover here. So next up, I know what everybody's thinking. What about motions and shifts? So let's get into that right now. All right. All right. So let's get into it. So let's say we call the invert pretty much opposite the run strength in this situation. So let's say we call Rick. All right, follow me. Let's say we call Rip off the QB cadence. He's going to go here. He's going to come here. He's going to creep down. When. So when they go in motion, because they're going to do this happens all the time. They'll send this guy in motion. Now he's here, motion and trips. So when this happens, I like to do something that I learned this from Nick Saban as well. I like to call it spin. So in this situation right here, we already inverted. So since we already inverted, free safety would have been right here. Star would have been right here. But with the spin, it would have shot back. So they would have switched. The star would have shot down here. Outside leverage. Responsible here. Free safety would have shot back to the top. He would have been there. So with the spin, that we essentially just went from there to here. And of course, still playing that, we can play cover one from there. We'll be here, that don't matter anymore, and over. Still have other changes. The Mike and the Jack is responsible for the running back and the QB. And then he go here. We got him. It was the opposite way. Here. Got him. Now let's swap it the other way pretty much because this happens as well. They'll come out of trips. Then they will motion to 2x2. Actually, let's hold it for a second. So pretty much let's run back through that. Even if you motion, the way we play that motion would be the same way if it was a jet sweep. So see how I just had him coming from, he was here, and he shot his way here. And let's say it was a jet sweep, pretty much that was a jet sweep situation, then it'd be that same way. We would spin, and then that free safety, that inverted down, you would be responsible for that jet player, pretty much. So he knows to shoot outside leverage. When that he already comes down to the outside anyway, he's trying to beat him using outside leverage pretty much, and that's his man. Of course, the strong safety and the corner on that side is going to help. Everybody else pretty much is running the free safety, running the alley to the play. Everybody else is beating it to the play. Now, let's get to trips. If they come out in trips, then they motion to 2x2. This happens very often. All right. So let's say they come out in trips, right? QB's cadence. That would be latest for us. Star going to invert down. Free safety is going to invert over. And over, of course, even though he's more than likely high. So essentially, before the QB snaps the ball, he saw that, but over here. Right, so this is key, so I'll leave this up. See, this guy comes in motion, he comes in motion, comes here. And these guys will spin, free safeties will spin, shoot down to beat it, you can shoot here. So essentially, it's even snagged, ball is even snagged over here. That's what I like about this. Even though this guy's coming over, they say he's meeting from outside leverage. Even though he's coming over, the rover still is not responsible for this guy coming in motion. He's still hot. The blow play just in case it's play action, or it's pretty much, I like to call it eye candy. Just in case this is eye candy, the rover's not going to be affected. Free safety will come down on outside leverage and clean this play up. And pretty much the same situation with jet sweeps. They swing here, we're here, and vice versa. He swings here, we're here. If he swings out, of course, this way, the rover would not be worried about him. His job is, this was a passing play. The rover he goes and disrupts the backfield. He goes and gets the sack. He would he's disciplined. He understands the playbook, and he knows that he trusts that the Jack will get there to be responsible for making this play. Let's continue. How we looking on time, Coach?
You got about 10 minutes left.
All right, man, perfect. I got one more for you. Coaches. One more. Hold on 1 second, Coach.
Good.
Church close. Let's finish with church close. All right, so let's jump into church clothes. So with that being said, we find offenses they like to put us in this type of situation where pretty much it's harder to. It's like you damned if you do, you damned if you don't. When it comes to a strong side, a strong side and a weak side, pretty much in formation. So for us, when we see church clothes, the run strength is to the tight end side. So in this situation, this will be a rip call for us. So in a rip call, we cover one invert. First off, the way in my mind, if we're talking about setting this edge, one of the biggest differences between a safety and a corner, in my opinion, is the safety is more physical. They do not mind being in those physical type of situations, and they like to bang more than the corner likes to bang. So in a situation like this, where it's an edge, pretty much it's an edge apex situation with the tight end out there, and this edge is very dependent on this rover strong safety being able to hold this edge. I would rather this be a strong safety than a corner. So I'm going to send the corner over to cover pretty much, because that's the main job anyway, to cover. I'm going to let the strong safety do what he does best. So with that being said, this would be a rip call. So I'm going to give these cadence. Start with shoot over. Free safety with Invert down. Goes out there between the tight end. And as a play start, you would cover here. Of course, we over behind. Outside post player. And of course, same thing for the Mike and Jack. That's when absolutely. And like I said earlier, we're able to do a lot of things up front, play a lot of games because of the way we're able to think on the back end with this cover one invert. We like to play a lot of games. We make it look like this tight end is pretty much the C gap is going to be open, it's going to be exposed pre-snap, and by the time the QB gets the ball in his hand, pretty much he goes on to hand it off. It's an entirely different look. And we're in a facing. We're making a lot of plays in the backfield, pretty much. What else? And vice versa, if it was the other way around, then the rover will be covering number 2 over here. The strong safety over there would be the outside force player, blitzing off of the edge, pretty much outside force, outside contain player. And that's the way we like to get after it. Cover one invert. Like I said earlier, cover one invert was a very special and big part of what we were able to do this past season. I took over a defense that pretty much allowed 44.7 points per game, and we were able to get that down to 16.1 points per game in one season. And cover one invert was our main coverage, was our base coverage.
Perfect, Coach. Like I said, I don't see any questions, probably because their time and people are going in and out. Coaches, Coach, for people wanting to get a hold of you on Twitter, or let's just go Twitter or X, what would be the best way to do that?
Yes, sir. I am on Twitter. I'm on LinkedIn. You can pretty much just look me up. SaQuan Hicks. I go by my other name is Coach Track. I'm on Facebook. I'm on pretty much all the social media handles. Just look me up, SaQuan Hicks. Pretty much just exactly the way Coach spells it. You'll have it spelled pretty much in the introduction.
Yep. And then when I cut this up for a separate video, Coach's his stuff will be in the bio of that one. But if you're looking at the full live stream, like I said, I'll get that in. Hopefully tomorrow or Tuesday, I'll start cutting these up and updating some of the information on there. Otherwise, that's our first clinic of this year. Appreciate all of our speakers. And like I said, if you need anything, shoot any of them a DM, a text, whatever. Like I said, all their contact information will be in the various points. Otherwise, that is our first clinic of the year. Thank you.